Hiya ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a Genshin Impact update video. All kinds of things. We have a lot to talk about in today's video. We got a trailer for our boy Child. Also, auction is just really, I feel like it's not getting to me. Regardless, we also have a huge, we actually have like the detail of what is going to be coming to us in the 1.1 update, which is coming out on the 11th, aka Wednesday, next Wednesday. Regardless, because I want to try to make this less shit, the whole us just reading for 10 minutes. I'm gonna do my best to like do a synopsis of some things so that we're not just here forever, and you guys can get the general idea, and then we may go into things in detail towards the end of the video. That way, just try and look out for you guys when it comes to time. Now, city reputation. This is something that's coming in 1.1. Essentially, to make it really easy, is it exactly what it sounds like. It's a reputation system within each city, Liyue and Mondstadt. Now, there is so many things that contribute to that. If we talk to certain NPCs and do quests in Mondstadt and pick up chests, wisps, all those things, that all contributes to your overall notoriety within Mondstadt. And of course, Liyue is much, much bigger, so yeah, big time in Liyue. Now, the criteria in which you'll be able to participate in city reputations is adventure rank 25 and above. Also, you're going to need to complete the quest, The Outlander Who Caught the Wind, Prologue Act 1. So if you're adventure rank 25, I think you probably have at least gotten the like prologue stuff done, so we should be good, I think. Hopefully. Anyways, yeah, so for Mondstadt's reputation, we're going to be having to talk to the Knights of Favonius. Okay, so this is the big thing. How do you increase your reputation in Mondstadt, Liyue, whatever? To kind of condense it, everything. Everything from quests that let's do Mondstadt. Every quest that you'll attain in this area of Mondstadt, that counts towards your overall reputation gain. Chests, Homunculus or whatever they're called. All of the kind of little blips on the map will make progress towards your reputation. But the things I think are going to give you a ton of reputation from what I gather, again, I'm drawing too much into it maybe, but it's bounties and requests, which basically sound like some of the dailies we've already been doing. For bounties, hunt down and deal with a bounty target to increase your reputation in the city. The list of bounties will be refreshed every Monday, so this is a weekly. Each week you can complete up to 3 bounties in total across all cities. What? What? I didn't get that last part. Let's read that again. Maybe I fucked up. The list of bounties will be refreshed every Monday. Each week, you can complete up to 3 bounties in total across all cities. That sucks. I thought it was going to be 6. So I thought you could do like Mondstadt's bounties and then jump back down to Liyue and then do Liyue's bounties. And that's kind of like a beginner game and then mid-ish game to have content to do. And also weeklies. That's kind of crap. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I guess we also have requests. I really wish it was 6. I really wish it was split. They weren't in total. Like out of all the cities, you can only do 3. So you can do 2 in Mondstadt, maybe in 1 in Liyue or opposite. I don't know. For requests, complete requests from the local residents to increase your reputation in that city. The list of requests will be refreshed every Monday, so we have another weekly. Each week you can complete up to 3 requests in total across all cities. Same thing. That is a bit, so it's 6. We get 6 more objectives to go do. Mind you, it depends how long these are. For bounties, it just seems like a kill mission. This seems like it's just like the dailies we've been doing. Okay, at a base level, yay, more content to do. Finally something. I already bang up my daily in like 15 minutes and just rip apart my resin as well. It's real fast. I can't even listen to like half a podcast. It's unfortunate. If I could just get like that right like hour mark of content, I'd be in bliss. But it's weeklies. Again, I really wish they would just depart. Like to me, I don't know. Okay, so hooray, there's new content. Let's start with that. But then the criticism I have, which is I think is what everyone has, which is one, I don't know do these just give you reputation for the allotted rewards that we're about to see, or do these give you a little bit of money, a little bit of food, and maybe, hopefully, a little bit of primo gems. If they give you primo gems, then this is absolutely worth doing the weekly regardless, even if it's only like 20 primo gems like the dailies. Dailies give you more than that, but still, it's something for you to chip away at every week, and maybe in a month you can finally have a 10 wishes, whatever. That's something. Hey, yeah, that's kind of it. I love the fact that there's new content. I like the fact that there's like a reason for getting stuff that gets you like an end tier reward. Love that. I don't like the idea that I don't know if there's any primo gems or money tied to completing your weeklies. Essentially, there's gonna be weeklies. And thirdly, I don't like that this is split between the two cities. Now, I understand that could be a lot if they keep introducing more and more cities, and then that requires you to have to keep grinding more. Then maybe like at patch 3, it will finally have a sizable amount of content that, like, okay, I'm thankful that there's not this, although I doubt it. People want fucking content. I'd always rather have things to do in a game. Anyway, sorry. So that's something. So basically reputation. Now you guys may be saying, hey, okay, Grin, why would I do this every week? What's the point? Well, essentially, and this is where the contention is with this update, I find. By the way, I'm enjoying all this. I'm like, I don't think people realize I'm a weirdo. I'm still enjoying the base game. Like, I haven't done any of the quests. I've just been doing my dailies and collecting like sprint points, those little wisps on the map. So I'm not a part of the group necessarily that's like fucking kill this, but I am just hearing them, and I agree with a lot of their points because it makes sense. Whenever I do get to that point, I'm probably gonna be frustrated. But, anyways. This is the contention I find with the update a little bit. So you're grinding yourself to the bone for these reputation points. Well, what do they give you? Ba-da-da-da-da! Quality of life changes, basically, that kind of feel weird that they're locked behind this. Yeah. But also, they're fun, good quality of life changes as well. Some of them are weird, I'll be honest, but yeah. Essentially, with each coming reputation gain, you'll get some of the new passive buffs that we're talking about. With the last one being badass new angel wings. Okay, so we're gonna putt along because I already feel like I'm dragging my heels a little bit, and let's get to this. Okay, so this is an Homunculus Detector. It's exactly what it sounds like. You can craft it when you reach rank 2 on Mondstadt. You can craft this thing, and this thing looks like this. You'll activate this resource, and boom, it is going to show you in a giant area where that is going to be. Now, the thing I don't know about this, and maybe it tells me, let me read. Okay, so this is good. When you activate the stone, a blue area will appear on the map. So this is just bad placement. So he activates a stone and it looks like it's all around him, like there's almost this giant dome, but no, I think he just activates it, and then the stone is saying, hey, in this area there's something, so go look around. I was worried that that was the radius of activation, so you activate it, and if anything's in that radius, then it'll show you, but that's not the case. Good. So you activate this, it can help you get those little wisp things that we all fucking hate getting, although, again, this is also another point of contention with what I've been hearing around. Why do you need this? There are lovely things that exist within the internet, which is like the Genshin world map, which I probably should link to in all of my Genshin videos, yeah, because I do that with Let It Die, and I think it's helpful. I'll link that from now on. But it's the Genshin world map. Essentially, you can find where all of the homunculus are, and it's a lot better off. Now, this is good if you only have like 10 homunculus left. In that case, you can use this, and this should if you use the Genshin map in conjunction with one of these, and that can help you out of having to spend like 2 hours going to other places if you haven't been detoggling your homunculus things. Because again, if this thing marks that small of an area, you'll be able to be like, oh, well, look at the world map, oh, it's that one near there, perfect, let's go there, and you'll immediately get it. Or you can just be patient and make sure to mark them all, and then as soon as you pick up one of those homunculus, you just detoggle it off, and then you don't have to deal with that. But anyway, yeah, so when you activate this stone, it has a cooldown of 30 seconds, so like 5 minutes or whatever that would be. Sorry, it's 300 seconds. I don't know why that's a thing. I have no idea. That seems so stupid. Yeah, to me, a lot of these have a cooldown, and I'm just like, why? Why would you? Okay, should I just use? Why would I even use this when there's a far superior thing called like the Genshin world map? So there's an argument for maybe using this if you don't want to have to go to a third party thing, right? Sure, but to me this seems weird to put on a cooldown of it when there's this thing that never has a cooldown and is almost far better than that because it doesn't show you an area, it shows you the whole, exactly where it is, you know? Also, it costs resources to make. We also have a wind catcher, which can be attained when you reach Mondstadt rank 3. Hell yeah, it's a blueprint. Basically, you get Venti's power. You can also store up to 5 of these, but essentially, Venti's passive hold down ability, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, it sends him up in the air, and he's able to glide. It's kind of nice. It's not required for any like puzzle solving. It can just help. It helps with mobility. So if you don't have Venti, then this is kind of nice. Yeah, see, that's the weird thing. Up to 5 of these can be stored at once. Does that mean like sets of 5 or like on your person? Because they're introducing a new thing in this as well, which is you can actually have equipment. You can equip things. So whether that's activating this, you can hit Z and you'll activate your whatever this one is. It is the wind chime, which will push you up in the air. Cool. And then there's also stuff like the one that we just covered, as well as food, but we're gonna get to it later apparently. Anyways, so yeah, this just pushes you up in the air. Cool mobility thing. Again, with this one, I still don't understand. How did a cooldown for 100 seconds? Why? I don't understand why this has to be on a cooldown for like a minute and then some. That just seems weird. Like, so weird. Why? Like, why not just make it exactly what Best Boy, Venti. Why would I just make it the exact same cooldown as Venti? Is it? I don't think Venti's cooldown's that long. But regardless, here's some more. Okay, so this is a big one. All right, let's full stop. We need to explain this one. So this is big. Condensed Resin. Reach Reputation Level 3 in Leeway. This should be at everyone's top to-do list thing, because it is the most... It's the best thing out of all this, to me, in my opinion. So definitely try to crank out Leeway because of Condensed Resin. Now, I do have some gripes with this, as everybody does, because it's resin. Anyway, let's read this. How to use. At a crafting bench, consume 1 crystal core, not that bad, 40 original resin, that is your resin that you regain 120 of every day, hopefully 200 eventually, it's hot, and 100 mora, super cheap, like dog trash cheap. Jesus Christ. Yeah, super not bad. The core crystal might be something, but you can get a lot of those for expeditions and shit. You're fine. Condensed resin can be used to revitalize leylands, blossoms, and that require 20 original resin, yielding 2 sets of rewards at one time. Both sets of rewards are random. So I'm not sure if this can be used on everything, like every flower-like thing, or if it's just these. I think it's every flower-like thing. Yeah, because it's purification tree as well. That means domains. Even say domains in domains. Okay, shit. So it's everything. So why is this good? Well, first of all, if you're like me, who is a person who basically doesn't want to play or can't play every day because you got to edit, or you got to go to work, or you got to go to school, or wherever, maybe you got homework, you got to go on a date, whatever the fuck your situation is, you're killing it up there. But whatever your situation is, you can't always use your resin. And that sucks. But this way, you can store your resin and wait for when you can activate it. This almost seems like it's way better off for you to do it this way. Right there we can see, the guy has the choice between original resin, which is your like regenerable resin, and you have this resin. You're much better off using the condensed resin. The reason why is because it gives you 2 drops. So don't ever use original resin, use this because it gives you 2 drop chances of this. So this is going to increase the resource pool that you're going to be able to attain. So yeah, use this. Use condensed resin because it gives you 2 drops, not just 1. So in a sense, this allows you to play less. This is a weird, very weird antidote to the issue that people were having, which is, well, again, I think this is the worst takeaway from everyone's criticism a couple weeks back, where people were complaining about resin. They weren't complaining about resin because they wanted more materials. They were complaining about resin because they wanted to play the game more. And this is functionally allowing you to play the game less, but you're able to get more out of it, but you're playing the game less. So I feel like this was a real, like, I'm kind of happy, but at the same time, it's a real bad message that you got the opposite effect in. Or again, like, all I have to do is the thing that does counter this, we'll get to it a little bit, is there's a limit on the capacity of original resin you can use. So this does become a part of like the algorithm of mathing out your progression. So be patient with that. But anyways, main thing, hopefully that made sense to you. Use original resin when it comes out. Bank or smash out Leeway 3 as quick as you possibly can, and try to bank a resin, because this is insane. The fact that you basically don't spend more resin, but you will get more net result out of it. What this does do in a weird way is it does allow you to play for longer in when you can, which is nice. So for me, the reason why I'm pretty happy about this, I'm gonna bank up a ton of resin on probably Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe Friday. And then on, or Saturday, and then on Sunday stream, where we play a lot of Genshin and we play as a community, community, that's when I'm going to spend all my original resin plus my condensed resin. So basically, you want to hoard up a stack of 3 original resin, because that's the shitty part. You can only have a maximum of 3 condensed resin at one time. That's really shitty. But anyways, I'm going to get a stack of 3, and that means, boys, I get to run domains 3 more times with you. But those 3 more times, I'm getting twice the resource drop rate. Which to me, again, if they could bump that up to 6 or like 12, then there's something there. I don't even care if it doesn't give me like extra resources. I just want to play the game more with my friends. So yeah, with you guys. Regardless, this is a net advantage. This is like them listening. It's just them kind of like, it's like you're talking to someone like, hey, I have an issue, and they fix the issue, but without you really having to fix the issue. It's like them like, hey, I have a smoking problem, and then them be like, hey, I'm gonna take away your cancer. And I'm like, yeah, but I still stink like smoke, and I still have this addiction, but I guess I'm a little bit better off. I don't really, regardless. It just seems like a weird thing where there were people who were like, I want to play more, Mihoyo, I want to play more, and then they were like, okay, we'll give you more. And it's like, no, I want to play more. I don't need more, although I do need more. I just want to play more, and it just goes right at their head, gone completely. Now, with this being said, this also helps people who, again, don't have that much time to actually play, and the resin cap is going to 200, so this should mean, again, if you wake up in the morning, you don't have the time to play, you can make a bunch of condensed resin, keep that in your pocket, and then hopefully in the next 2 days you can spend it, because that's the thing. Again, I really feel like you can only make 3 condensed resin at a time is really shitty. I wish you could make like at least 5 or 6, that way you could like bank all of your resources in, and then on Friday play a fuck ton, right, with your friends or whatever. So yeah, that to me is an underside. I hope that does get increased to at least like 3 or something, or can like, if you keep grinding Leeway's thing, you can hold more. Like, that'd be so cool. I could maybe see them doing that. Anyways, okay, so the next thing we're gonna start speeding up. This is a menu system. This is unlocked when you reach Mondstadt rank 5, reputation game, pretty cool. Essentially, this is, if you guys let's just watch the clips. You guys can understand what this is. Essentially, this guy has no health. He now has this little tiny alt bar that he can use. He can hit Z and he'll heal himself. Now, essentially, what this is you can join 2 healing items and keep them on screen. So you can hit whatever button you assign, and that will let your character wolf down a healing item. This actually makes it so that you may not need healers as much as you think. Although, of course, the main end game content is Spiral Abyss, which, of course, you can't eat in there, so you'll still need healers for that. But this is a cool way for you to, like, in every other aspect of the game, you can eat, basically. So this is a cool way for you to basically keep eating. Now, with that being said, there is a limit to how much you can consume. Your character does get full, so you can't just keep spamming food, but you shouldn't need to be healing that much, you know? So anyways, yeah, this is just something to consider. Or not something to consider, this is amazing for you to just quickly pop some food. If you don't want your character to quickly die, you can just do that and you're fine. But anyways, yeah, that's awesome. Love that. It's basically like allows you to make better use of food, and furthermore, it seems like that's the same UI change that they're using for things like the Wisp. You activate Z and you'll activate this ability. Awesome. Another thing, at Adventure rank 5 in Leeway, we get a cook pot. I don't care, but sure. I feel like you can find cook pots everywhere, but I guess why not? You do have to craft it though, and it's on a 300-second cooldown. I can fast travel to another location and make food like in an eighth of that time. Why is there a cooldown on this? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. At reputation rank, if I said adventure rank, I'm sorry. At reputation rank 6 for Mondstadt, you get the ability to put down a teleporter. It lasts 7 days, and you can only place down 1. It sucks to suck a little bit, but at least it's something. Although, again, some of these I just didn't really get. Like, I don't really feel like the teleport game is that bad to have to walk. Like, the sprint, you can move pretty fast, so you can get to anywhere in the game pretty fast. As well as there's domains where you can teleport to. As well as, like, again, we have the Genshin map, which is really good. Why do we need this? I don't know, you know, like, stuff like that, where I'm just like, I get its quality of life changes, but was this what we needed? I feel like the resin system maybe was more needed. Anyways, this is also fantastic for people who hate chest farming. When you reach Adventure Rank 6 in Mondstadt and Adventure Rank 6 in Liyue, we both attain, I think, the same version of this treasure collector kind of thing. Yeah, so we can craft we can find all the treasure in Mondstadt, and we can find all the treasure in Liyue. I think I am going to pivot myself to try to bang out Liyue's reputation, because I find Liyue's just more bang for your buck, because it's a much bigger map, so you have much more treasures to find. Also, they're on top of mountains and shit, so they're harder to find. But regardless, essentially you activate this, and then there'll be this tether pulling you kind of towards chests. I hope this is consistent, because you kind of see that it goes away. Like, it tells you it's in that general area, but not... Like, I hope that tether continues to pulse. But regardless, how this works is you'll activate it, and if there is no chest in the area, it will go into cooldown for 5 seconds, and if you activate it and it does find a chest, it goes into cooldown for 30 seconds. Now, why I hate this less is because it's going to take you some time to run over there and get the chest and open it, but I still don't know why there's a 30-second cooldown on this. Again, at least it's not a minute cooldown. 30 seconds can go down pretty fast, so it's not the worst. But yeah, with that being said though, I think because it's such a low cooldown, it is just going to be that. You're just going to activate it. It's going to be like, it's in just this area. And I'm like, there's a giant mountain there. What if it's in one of the creases? And it's just like, guess you're going to have to wait 30 seconds. And I'm like, I'm just going to Google where the fuck this shit is. And I don't know, something like that. Some of this stuff seems weird to me, but... yeah, again, it's awesome if you really hate chest farming, although there's some great Reddit threads that show you where certain chests respawn or stuff like that. I don't know how that works. It's kind of like the same debacle with rock farming. Anyways, also, don't know why they put this one in this place, but anyways, when you reach Reputation Rank 2 in Mondstadt and Liyue, you get to know where all of the mining places are, which is awesome, because that's a pain in the ass to have to farm. Now, with that being said, if you do have, what's her name? Metal detector girl. She has like a little red thing on her face. Yeah, you don't need that. Go team. And of course, when you reach level 4 in Mondstadt and Liyue, you'll actually get prices dropped in both of the general stores and the restaurants. So go team for that. If you want to buy resources, they're a discount when you reach rank 4. Go team. Not only that, but you get cool reputation gains. I'm partial to the second one. I like the one where it's like blue, real blue. I like it a lot. Next thing is when you reach certain ranks in Mondstadt and Liyue, all them things, both 1, 4, and 7, it looks like across both of them, you get new recipes like breakfast sandwiches, a moon pie, and golden shrimp balls. Got it. Okay, also, when you reach rank 8 in Mondstadt, you get these beautiful wings, and when you reach rank 8 in Liyue, you get these beautiful gold wings. Now, I love blue, but I will say these very much feel like... You know what this whole thing kind of feels like to me? It feels like the designers were like, hey, what if we like gave Child, Xiaoling, or whatever, however you say his name, we gave them wings. And then everyone was like, we want more content. We want to play for longer. And they're like, oh, fuck, let's try to make a city reputation and shit. And we're gonna do a bunch of quality of life things anyway. Fuck it, let's put it in there just so that they can chip away at it. Jesus Christ, they're hungry. It kind of feels like that a little bit. And this one is also fantastic, another fantastic quality of life change. Basically, we can now track our progress within each of the districts, so you can tell if you're missing some chests in one area, if you're missing some wisps in another. Then there's a glorified lore menu, neat. Didn't really feel like anyone popped off for that, but cool. You can also sort things with greater ease. We knew this was coming. Lovely jubbly. More of that. You can sort things easier. Bangarang. Good. Take pictures. There's also more collectible kind of things because you can take pictures and log it in the lore tabs. I don't think you get anything for it. Could be dead ass wrong about that. But anywho. And lastly, this is the thing I want to talk about. This is why I'm trying to burn through the last couple of updates. Anyways. Right here. The character archive system, I don't want to talk about. I guess this is for like whale extraordinaires who have every character in the game and are like, oh, I can't see where any of my 5-star characters are who use a bow and spear because I have everybody. But yet people consistently complain that there's not enough resources to level up those characters, so the fact that you have that much credence means something's wrong. Because apparently you can't level up every character, or it's really, really fucking hard to do so. So yeah, I don't know, regardless. A little tangent aside. Alright, yeah, let me drink some coffee. I'm sad. I wanted to title this video, I'm sad because of this. And I'm not sure if I will or not, we'll see. Told you guys about my situation a couple days ago when you reacted to the trailer. By the way, got a lot of stuff wrong. Appreciate everyone in the comments correcting me. Love you. Anyways, I have been banking all of my Primo Gems. I have 8,000 now. That's more than $130 will get you. A lot of Primo Gems. I need to spend them because I need characters that I want to level up. I need weapons that I can break apart. I need those things. Yes. And I was so fucking jazzed when at the end of that trailer that we reacted to last time, we seen both Child and Xiaoling. And I was like, hey, I'm a bet on this banner. But then some leaks came out, and I might show them on screen if I can find them, but there's people, the fantastic people in the community, broke into the source code of this game, and they found out the banners attached to what would most likely be Child and Xiaoling. And people are speculating that Child is going to be the next or the first banner. Now, I was so hyped when I seen this leak of these two banners, because Child, I wasn't really all about. I'm sure he's gonna be godly. I'm sure I would probably need him, and I'll be lovely if I get him, but I just don't want him. I can't help it, I just don't want him. I seen Child's banner, and I was like, if that's Child's banner, then that's money, because I don't want any of the characters in Child's banner. They're just not for me. I'm sure they're good. I just not really kicking up any sort of like good emotions in me. But then Xiaoling, who I knew I was gonna bet on, has everyone I could want. He has Razor, he has the rock punk chick, he has himself, and he has, I don't know what the other one was, but they're all so awesome. They're also like equally would be good to have, you know? So I'm like, fucking let's go. And then people were saying, well, most likely Child's banner's gonna come first. And I was like, why do you say that? And they're like, well, because, my dude, there's this brand new trailer for our boy. Here it is, by the by. I'm gonna mute it. It's just like showing that he's like a debt collector and he works for the Fatui. And he's got kind of weird vibes. He's like, I'm gonna stab you in the chest kind of vibe a little bit, is what it is. He also seems like maybe a good person, but like also weird. I don't know. Seems like a weirdo, but regardless. You guys were saying that when Klee came out, when everyone came out, they released their kind of quote-unquote character trailer first. And so the deduction is that most likely Child, as well as the Ice or Hydro, I think it's Ice, Archer user, another part of the Tiny Girl gang, is gonna be back. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for I think another, what is it, 4 weeks, a month? I'm gonna have to wait another month until I can spend my stockhold of Primo Gems. And there is a small shred. And I don't know, I don't think they would do this, but if they did, it would make my fucking day, dude. But if they released both of these at the same time, I would be so grateful. If they released both Xiaoling's and Child's banner at the same time, I would be so unbelievably happy. But the odds of them doing that are so painfully low, because it makes sense for them to be like, hey, here's this one character, and then we're saving the best for last. Because everybody and their mother wants Xiaoling, just because he looks so fucking badass. Also, his kit looks amazing. And also, so does what's his name. Child looks strong too. I'm just, yeah. It seems weird for them to bank on this, although the only thing that makes me think they might show them both or give them both out immediately is that they're both dudes. And I think there's a greater amount of dudes playing this game who want female characters than there are women playing this game who want male characters. I could be dead wrong. Again, it's only a thread of thought that I have that maybe could get me the banner that I want. So I don't know. I'm a bit bent. I'm a bit like, wait. So I'll have to wait another, like, what is it? I don't know how long Klee's banner was. It was like 6 weeks or 3 weeks or something. I think it was 3 weeks, not almost a month. That sucks. That's so shit, man. And no, I'm not going to spend some on child just to see if I can get a character that are some weapons that I can break down. No. I want it to be like a whole thing. So I got to endure more. I'm fucking edging myself and it's the worst. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this was a lot. But also this is another reason why people are saying that most likely Child and Catgirl Extraordinaire are also going to be coming out on the first banner for 1.1. And again, I just think that sucks. I really hope, no, it's not. I should stop. I should prepare myself. I should just prepare myself for failure. I was gonna say, I hope they at least do like 2 weeks of like Child and then 2 weeks of Xiaoling, but I doubt it. I think they're gonna try to stretch it as long as they possibly can because it's gonna take time for them to update the game for 1.1 and all, or 1.2 or whatever the heck the thing's gonna be. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a bit bummed about that. Like, I'm happy that if we do get Child, his banner that was leaked, so to speak, or like, that wasn't even leaked. It was like broken into the game's source code and found out that this image was there. Yeah, so the bad news is that I'm gonna have to wait a longer time. The good news is that everyone in Xiaoling's banner is people I want. With that being said though, they might do some fuckery and make Xiaoling like impossible to get. Or luck just may kick you in the teeth like 7 times. I don't know. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Good old just sitting back talking about Genshin, talking about the update. Lots of goofy fun things coming in Genshin, mainly some like quality of life things, which is just fine, especially the resin system. The resin system I think could actually, in a weird, complicated as hell way, give me a funner stream time experience, or I could just bank a bunch of those before Sunday's stream, and then we could just play some Genshin together, grind some floors. Although it barely gives us, it only gives us another 3 attempts on stuff. So yeah, it's not like we get a lot longer to play, but we do get more resources, which again, I don't think people wanted. I mean, people want resources, but people want to play the game more, period. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe button to my right, as well as 2 videos further that way, as well as let me know what you guys think about the Xiaoling thing. Give me any shred of hope that maybe they'll release 2 banners at the same time. I know it's not gonna happen, but it'd be really fucking nice if I didn't have to hold on to them for another fucking 3 weeks. Although I'm gonna be playing a lot of Valhalla, so I don't know. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time, and goodbye.